Hey everybody, welcome to our last week together, week 5 in our marketing class. I've got a Seattle picture up here. We used to live in Seattle way back, so I just found a picture to throw up there for you. Let's jump in here. Like I said, it's last week, so yeah, this will be the last video. Haven't seen the course assignments yet. I don't have mine, so you probably don't have yours. So I'm assuming Monday or Tuesday you should know. And so I'll know if you're in another class with me or not, or I know there's graduation coming up in June also. So some of you might be in line for that. So, but either way, I'll see you next week if you're in my class. If not, I'll see you somewhere. Let's move on here real quick. I'll make this a short one. Last week, week 3. Again, I mean, those of you that are in here, you're doing real good. I say that every week pretty much, but I mean, you are. There's no issues, anything negative or problems, we communicate. So, I mean, there's nothing going on there. The discussion, again, great interaction. I mean, very good interaction. And a lot of you have been with me, for a lot of courses now through the program, and I have noticed improvement, over from course, as you get used to doing these things. For some of you may say, well, yeah, this is pretty easy anymore. I just go in there and I type my talk and so, but I definitely see improvement from a year, 2 years ago, when I first started seeing some of you in there and, how you write today and do these discussions and stuff. So that's just a, pat on the back there, for doing good and continuing to do good. So on the, the homeworks, last week. Let me make sure the assignments. Okay, so since you're doing these websites, everybody's doing pretty good on the website, and now from what I see, I mean you covered all the points, so no issues there. So the only thing I would say maybe an improvement on these would be is digging a little more into the marketing terminology aspects. I mean, it's good to say, yeah, they got a good website, I can find what I'm looking for, but from the marketing terminology and concepts and everything we're learning in the class, what methods are those that are being applied? There's terms for it. If any of you ever go into the marketing career, work in the marketing industry, you're gonna have to learn all these different terminologies and stuff, and they start throwing things out there, like TV, they use terms called flights, I mean, different. So just learning all this stuff, and then it makes sense on how it gets applied. But anyway, so yeah, good on the homeworks, the discussion, up here in week 5 here. Okay, so week 5, okay, you got 2 chapters. You got chapter 9 and 10 for week 5. Chapter 9 covers the implement, yeah, that word there, implement and control. And then chapter chapter 10, you got developing long-term customers. Most of us, and we don't even think about it as customers, most of us are already long-term customers for some products. Some of you from when you were kids started drinking some sort of a beverage, be it Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew. You're still doing it. That's long-term customers. But there's ways, there's different, and then there's other things. In these presentations, you're going to see some things about like acquiring customers versus keeping customers. I mean, all of us will try things once, maybe, and then it's how do they keep us as a customer when we're doing that. I pull up back in my Domino's days. One of the things we did, and the companies still do that, is the new customer mailing. So you order from a place for the first time. Probably a month later, you might get something in the mail from them, like a little card or something. So that's what we used to do. We worked with these companies that provided these graphics for us. We would fill in the blanks, but like we'd send, like I used to always send cards, like these was big, 8x10 postcards for new people. So there's different things you do, but then again, that costs money, so that you get into the budget part, so but anyway, there's just different things you can do with that. Also, I just thought of something. Last week, I think we were talking about in the discussion. Let me make sure I got my weeks not mixed up here. Um, Mass media advertising. Okay, I just heard something on the radio the other morning when I was heading back. Um, NBA is going to test uh, advertising on uniforms. So they got a couple of examples in here, but from what I heard, they were gonna have like a patch similar to that, like right there, a little like a patch on like a corner of the shirt or maybe the trunks. I think this one. Uh, your ad there, yep. So that's an example. So anyway, yeah. So that's something, so there's always, as far as going back to the discussion question, people come up with different ways. I remember going when we go to the movies once in a while when they first started advertisements in the movie theater. There used not to be advertisements. Now, depending how old you are, that's the only thing you remember. There's always been advertisements. But there was a time. Uh, and they started putting an ad in there, just like you'd see on television. I was like, oh, I'm not coming to the movies to see ads. I'm going to see the previews and the movie. So there's always things that change. Now like when we go on Facebook and things like that, even there's ads. Like if I go to my Facebook here, somewhere down here, there's an ad for a T-shirt. You know. Um, don't look like an ad, but that's an ad for a T-shirt. And and again, it's probably because of something I bought before. This one is kind of Irish things, because it says stuff like, malarkey and shenanigans. So that's an Irish reference, but that's because of some other shirt I may have bought. So there's all sorts of ways they do these things. They got all these ads on the right side over here, and anymore we got so used to them we don't notice them a whole lot unless something just jumps out at us that we might be interested in. So, but anyway, so that's another example from last week. So okay, so going up and then the current week. Let me get back up there. Alrighty. Okay, so we got the discussion again, the assignment. What is the assignment? Okay, yeah, the two more websites. And then you got your quiz and your exam. And every course we have the evaluation here, and we do like to get, normally only a few people do these. It would be nice to get more because it gives us the feedback. If there's something you saw that was messed up, it didn't work right, be it in the Canvas system, or something with a text, or something, that you think could be better a different way, let us know. I mean, be negative or positive. Positive stuff's too good too. Hey, don't change anything, or hey, this part was better than that part. I like, whatever the case is, just let us know, and that way we can make changes. And we do. There's been courses that changes have been made to, so depending what the feedback is, we do listen and try and fix it where, it's a lot better for you guys. So, all right. The only other thing then, I think that pretty much covers it, other than, again, this is the last week for this course, so I'll see some of you next time or, down the road. The only other thing is my test question. Dun, dun, dun. So this is a new test question. This is actually current from a few days ago, picking up from preschool. So there you go. Um, and that will do it. So everybody, enjoyed this term with you. Looking forward to seeing you next time. Have a great week. If you need anything, get in touch. That's it. Take care and see you next time.